Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
And we got our good friend, Mr. Dalton Good, back in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Despite having COVID, I'm doing as good as my last name. So just thanks for inviting me back on again.
Well, it's good it was only a mild case. It's glad we're not seeing you in a hospital bed right now.
That is completely true. I'm kind of surprised because I did have asthma a long time ago. Well, I got over it for since 6th grade. I haven't really had any asthma things happen, but yeah, it is what it is. I've been having to take steroids for my allergies to kind of open up my nose and get some medicine in there. And apparently those steroids, I forgot about this, but they're designed to weaken your immune system. So it was kind of easy for me to get COVID. And I ended up working with someone who had COVID, so that kind of screwed me over. But my symptoms began 2 weeks ago from tomorrow, so I think tomorrow will finally be my last day. I'm planning on getting tested again just to make sure, and plus I got to do that to go back to work. But I was ready to get out of the house at this point.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure it's driving you a little crazy.
I mean, it's nice having time off, but when you can't go do anything, it kind of sucks. So
yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So you know how we always start off the show? We always start off with our Diecast of the week and our special guest, Mr. Dalton Good. What did you bring for the Stock Car Spectacle?
Ian, I'm glad you got me on the show tonight because I finally have an appropriate diecast. I got Kyle Busch's 50th career win from Richmond 2018. You know me, I only collect the special Kyle diecast, so I had to get 50th career win. Didn't really plan on getting it at first, but knowing that it was his 50th career win, I thought, yeah, you know what? It's halfway to 100. I think it will work. So this is the only Richmond win I have. I plan on getting the other 4 if I could find any. I know I'm probably going to have to make a custom 2012 and 2010 Richmond diecast, but I do plan on getting some Richmond wins. But as of right now, that's the only one I got. And yeah, career win number 50, 5-0.
Hell yeah, that's a badass diecast, dude.
Yep.
All right, Nick, what you got for your diecast of the week? I know you still got some slim pickings.
Very slim pickings. Like I said, guys, I'm here in West Virginia. I only brought 3 diecasts with me, but I have a diecast at home that would have fit perfectly for the weekend because this is this Saturday. It'll be the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attack. Back at home, I actually have the 124th car of Trevor Bain's. He ran the Remembrance 9/11 car back in 2011. This is for the 10-year anniversary of it. But yeah, I have that one, so that would have been the one that I would have played if I were back home and had it. But yeah, it's a really cool car, man. That was 10 years, and now here we are, 20 years already. That it's just crazy how long ago that really was.
Yeah, for real. And it seems like time has flown since then. But yeah, that's very cool diecast that T-Bane was able to run with that paint scheme.
Yeah.
All right, boys. So my diecast of the week, my boy Noah Gregson finally got the win at Darlington this weekend. Long time coming since spring of last year. So I figured I'd bust out his 2020 Daytona win from February last year, his first ever Xfinity Series win. Freaking awesome. Celebrated like hell too. It was awesome, and I just had the buzz. Like I'm so happy to finally see that boy win this year after so much bullshit that he has been through.
It makes up for Homestead, I guess, but
makes up for Homestead, makes up for Texas, makes up for both Homestead races from last year. Yeah, I'm sure there's more to name.
Oh, you know what? I actually have the 164 scale of that win, as a matter of fact. It's in my little crate that I got in the closet. But the best part of that win was him roasting by the campfire that he made.
Yep, that was badass. The guy knows how to celebrate. That's for sure. I feel like whenever he wins, it's kind of like whenever Clint Boyer wins. It's always just a freaking party.
Well, he went to Las Vegas. I would have loved to join him.
Yeah, he had to go out there for like his buddy's birthday, and he was like a day late for it.
Darn, take me with you. I want to go back to Vegas.
Yeah, right. All right, yep. So that's my diecast of the week. And then, guys, make sure to check out our merchandise on Spreadshirt.com. Everything is designed by our good buddy Dalton Good. We got hats, shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, anything, just check it out. We got the link below. Make sure to check out some Stock Car Spectacle swag. All right, guys. So now let's talk Darlington. It was an exciting freaking weekend of racing. First, we had the Xfinity Series race. And of course, I can't be talking NASCAR without Denny Hamlin choking away something. He choked away that stage 1 victory there at the end when he got a little loose coming out of turn 3, giving Daniel Hemrick the stage win. I mean, that was really needed for him.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch any of the race. I was in Maryland watching West Virginia get their ass whooped by them. There was a painful 3-hour ride out there and an even more painful 3-hour ride back home. But good for Hemrick, racking up. He can rack up those stage wins. You need to see some real checker flags here though. But good points wise though.
Nick, you lost the Turtles. How do you lose the Turtles? Come on.
Our quarterback sucks. Our head coach's ass. Our offensive line sucks, dude. I could go on and on and on about why we lost that football game.
I can relate from last year heavily.
Oh shit.
Oh damn. All right. So then Hemrick won stage 1. Noah Gragson went on to win stage 2, and that actually locked him into the NASCAR playoffs there. Very needed for him. And then Riley Herbst, guys, more bad luck for that 98 car. I don't know what was going on with Tommy Joe Martins, but he just slowed up on the backstretch. Everyone veering out of the way, and then here comes Riley Herbst, just smacks right into the ass end of the 44 car.
As much as I dislike Riley Herbst, this kid could not catch a break to save his damn life. Dude. Like there was nothing he could do about that. Really nothing he could do about that. He just veered off to the left because of the slower car in front of him. And bam! Oh my God! Watching that replay, if it was going to happen to anybody, it was either going to be him or Daniel Hemrick. So I'm glad it happened to Riley Herbst.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, seriously, Riley Herbst went from one of the worst drivers to the unluckiest driver in the Xfinity Series.
Dude, like he's having a Daniel Hemrick 2020 season right there. Like when things go wrong, they go wrong horribly for him. Like he just can't catch a break.
What was worse, Daniel Hemrick's 2019 or 2020 season?
I mean, 2019 was Richard Childress Cup equipment, so it was still a very unlucky year for him. But the junior motorsport car that they kept giving him with all the mechanical issues that thing had, holy shit, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I
think it's just the curse of the 8 car at this point because, Josh Berry was able to break that curse, but Sam Mayer, man, he is just having the worst luck right now on that 8 car.
Like, I think, what was it? I think he had 9 DNFs last year in that 8 car. It was bad. So
I just want Daniel Hemrick to win.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, I want to see him win, man. I just want to see Nick just finally have a driver that wins for him that's not Denny Hamlin.
You see, at Atlanta, I was actually going to be happy with the Dale Hemrick win. I was hoping he would win.
And then your punk-ass driver had to do it.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad.
Dalton, I still don't think I will ever forgive you for that.
I'm sorry.
I like how it's Dalton's fault.
Dalton's fault. It's his fault.
Yeah, that's what happens. All of Kyle's issues are blamed on me. As a matter of fact, I think him running through the cones of Darlington is my fault somehow.
Yeah, dude, you almost killed those people. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's Dalton's fault because that entire race, he was just taunting me left and right. Where he would get off out of his seat, go to the end of the aisle, do his little fishing pole crap where he would cast away, start reeling them in, and then after the wreck happened, he took that picture of me and posted it on Twitter.
Well, I had to do it. I mean, everyone had to see how painful it is to be a Dale Hemrick fan. I meant no roast. I meant no anything like that. Nick, all seriousness, I really did feel bad. I really did.
Oh man,
you may not believe it, but I really did feel bad.
It just makes it even better that you picked him on the show before.
Yeah. You
It about happened. It about happened. And here's another thing. Like, I remember, like, I felt so bad. I actually wanted to leave, to be honest with you. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get out. Because I knew he was going to kill me after that.
Oh, dude, that was like, I know we're getting so off track here, but still, just thinking about that, that was the most painful thing I've ever had to watch in my entire life.
I'm
And
sorry.
being a NASCAR fan, I mean,
Just right in front of your eyes.
right.
I'm so
in front of me.
sorry.
And you know what's funny is because Dakota said before that restart, he was like, "This is where Daniel Hemrick loses this race," and I was like, no, not gonna happen. 5 seconds later, man's plowing the outside wall, and I was just like,
I'm so sorry.
Oh
"We
man.
were 7. Well, really, the caution came out with 17 laps to go for a shit Foxworth wear car, and that's when all the chaos started. And then Kyle Weatherman stayed out on the track, and he was the leader, and he caused another wreck. And then Kyle Busch had to do it to me, man.
If it would have stayed green, I promise you that would have been Daniel Hemrick's first win.
He was
Oh,
pulling
yeah?
away. Kyle Busch couldn't catch him, man.
I know. I'll admit it. He didn't.
Well, even he admitted it. He said 18 had the best car, so I had to go up there and wreck him because if I can't
I'm so
if I can't beat him, I'll wreck him. But man, yeah, that'll be one I will never forget.
I got COVID, so I guess karma came to me. I'm sorry.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda for the Hem Dog. But going back to the Xfinity Series race, speaking of the Hem Dog, racing in the later stages of the race, Daniel Hemrick went for a spin at Darlington, bringing out NASCAR overtime.
So that one, okay. So before that restart, where because he restarted first. Don't get me wrong, right?
He did.
Yeah.
He restarted first because I was watching the game. I was watching a football game, obviously, but then I was also looking at the NASCAR app, and I was like, "What the fuck? P1 with 5 laps to go here?" So I was trying to pull up the stream on like Fox Sports Go, and right as I did, as when I saw him wreck, and I was like, I'm going to turn this right back off.
So no, here's what really happened. So we were in the group chat, and I knew Daniel Hemrick was the first car with no sets of tires left, so he had to stay out pretty much. And I thought, well, I think this is finally Daniel Hemrick's day. And I texted that in the group chat. I said, Hemrick's leading. I think this is his day. And Nick replies, no, he has no tires. We're screwed. and then he gets his doors blown off the very next restart. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Dude, and I was so pissed off with that caution too, because Noah had such a great restart. He launched, he was gone. That would have kept going. He would have freaking won. I was like, oh, dude, it's over. This is how it happens. He's going to have a terrible restart. But then they rack him back up, and then he just launches, holds off Harrison Burton, and gets his first win of 2021. Boys, that was incredible. I was so worried that he was somehow going to blow it in the final turn or something, but Noah Gragson finally gets it done this year.
Yeah, he's heating up at the right time here for sure. I mean, we were talking earlier in this season, you want to talk about bad luck. I think, like, I was joking with you saying Daniel Hemrick left off his bad luck and gave it to the 9 car because beginning of this season, Noah Gragson was not looking good, not where he was a year ago, but he's been heating up as of late, and now he finally gets this. He gets this win. He's coming back to junior motorsports next year. So it's been a pretty good past couple of weeks for Noah Gragson for sure. And now he's got this momentum right before heading into the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see where he can take this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So congrats to Noah, SCS alum, for getting that dub at Darlington. All right, guys, let's talk trucks at Darlington. We had John Hunter Nemechek getting his 10th stage win of 2021. Guys, we know that he is the top truck in this series right now, getting a whole lot of playoff points, getting ready. We're already in the playoffs for the truck, so he's looking good. I think he's already pointing his way to the Final Four.
Him and Sheldon Creed are just on a different level right now. Those are going to definitely be the 2 trucks to beat. I just don't think there's anybody stronger than those 2 as it stands right now.
Yeah.
No, not at all. John Hurt Nemechek and Sheldon Creed were automatic locks in the Final Four. The question is, who's going to be the other 2 to join them? But yeah, John Hurt Nemechek, he's my boy for Kyle Busch Motorsports, obviously. root for all Kyle Busch Motorsports. I want all Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks to be successful. Would like to see Chandler Smith do something. He had a pretty good run at Darlington Sunday too, and it gave a couple more points to probably help him avoid getting eliminated this coming weekend at Bristol. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, John Hunter Nemechek still on a roll. Hadn't stopped. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Yeah, definitely a great guy to have on the team because they were hurting for a couple years.
Exactly. Ever since Noah Gragson and who was the other guy? The number 4. When Noah was there, was it Christopher Bell? Christopher Bell, excuse me.
Yeah, Christopher Bell was in the 4, and then Todd Gilliland took over, but that's when they started going downhill.
Ever since Noah Gragson and Christopher Bell left Kyle Busch Motorsports, they've been struggling so bad. Even Kyle said it. He said, my drivers ain't doing shit. He just could not find any drivers. And he made a smart move, grabbing John Hunter Nemechek, saying, hey, you just want to come down, win some races? And apparently it works.
He helped his career so much because it just looked like he was going to be in NASCAR limbo with being with Front Row Motorsports.
So I want to tell you something that I said on Left Turn Call. I feel like, personally, if Kyle did not hire John Hunter Nemechek, I think Kyle Busch Motorsports would have eventually died.
I don't know if it would have eventually died because then what's going to happen when he leaves? How long do you think he's going to be with Kyle Busch Motorsports? Maybe 1-2 more years, maybe before they move him up to the Joe Gibbs Racing Xfinity camp. And then what's going to happen?
Well, that's just the thing. You just don't know what's going to happen there. There's just not enough seats in the Joe Gibbs Xfinity camp. I mean, you got the 20 car that's going to Ty Gibbs. You got Hemrick, who's probably locked up for another year in that 18. You got to get rid of Brandon Jones, but he has the Menard sponsorship. So you can't get rid of Brandon Jones. I could see he's going to do another year in trucks, and we're going to see him in the 54 supercar. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Nemechek's going to get some starts there.
I think now that Kyle Busch is finally retired from Xfinity, I think it's time to make that 54 full time.
I think they will. I think that would be John Hunter Nemechek would obviously be a great candidate for that seat. I could see him and Ty Gibbs just trading wins back and forth at that point. With Ty
honestly,
20 and then
how I think it's gonna. I think Ty Gibbs is gonna be taking over that 20 car full time next season because that's their premier car right there.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And then, like I said, the 54, if they still want to have Cup drivers come down and race that thing, or any other young kids, that's where you're going to put John Hunter Nemechek. So, well, like Dalton said, now that Kyle Busch is retired from Xfinity Series racing, why not make it a full-time car? But I don't think he's retired. I think he's still going to race.
No, he's done. He's done. I
think so. I don't know, man. All Joe Gibbs has to say is, I need you to hop in the car. And all right, that's cool.
It would be the biggest troll job ever if he just randomly came back when he said he was done.
His first race is probably going to be like Daytona or something.
Got it. He'll never race Daytona next to the car again.
Actually, he's not allowed to per
Samantha.
His male wife Joe and his female wife female job Samantha. Yep.
Yeah.
Both of them said never again.
Probably a good idea, knowing the history.
Yep.
All right. And then Ben Rhodes just dealing with a lot of bad luck in this race. I know he went into the rear end of Sheldon Creed's car, kind of screwed up his grill, and then just getting caught in wreck after wreck. Just not a good start for his playoffs. Sheldon Creed able to hold off John Hunter Nemechek and Chandler Smith to win stage 2. Great racing by Sheldon Creed. And then not so great racing by Derek Kraus, who proves why he is probably going to be the most hated driver in the truck series.
This guy sucks.
Yeah. Goes and takes out Lawless Allen for no reason. Like, he's not even really racing with this guy. And just spins him out, like clearly just spins him out on purpose. They said it was some retaliate, but I don't know. Derek Kraus, even people have even said what was it, Knoxville, when he was just taking out like 5 different drivers. It's someone's gonna knock his freaking lights out one day.
Well, that's what he needs. I mean, this kid week in, week out is just tearing up cars. I mean, Nice Motorsports with the most savage tweet of all time, tagging Napa Racing in it, saying like, "Oh, I think we know why you sponsor this kid now, because he needs parts every single week or something like that. Like that was great right there. But yeah, that guy sucks. I mean, he's wrecking cars every week. He's not fast at all. He won that K&N championship and hasn't done shit since. Yeah. And it really sucks too. He's got Freddie Kraft as a sponsor, as a spotter. So, Freddie, what's going on, man? Why's your boy wrecking people all the time?
Nice Motorsports Twitter did not hold back at all. I hope you saw the tweets. I hope you saw the tweets.
They're great.
Let's see. I think the best one right here was.
The best is when the best is when they tag Napa Racing.
Yeah, serious question, Napa Racing. Do you sponsor Derek Krause because he's never finished a race without needing a lot of replacement parts?
Yeah.
And Napa actually replied to these Motorsports, said, y'all sound like you can use this, and they sent him a link.
Whoa. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. And then Sheldon Creed, he was able to hold off John Hunter Nemechek and get the win at Darlington. Guys, Sheldon Creed's looking really good at Darlington. Won there, earlier this year, and now he's won here in the fall. He's looking like, again, that he's running for a second championship. It's going to be a good battle with him and Nemechek throughout the playoffs.
I really think those are going to be the only two who are going to really compete for it. I know anything can happen in these playoffs, so but I really think that it's going to come down to the 4 and the 2 because they've been the two best trucks all year. Sheldon Creed's heating up at the right time right now, and he's gonna be dangerous to compete with at Phoenix. So that's going to be a good battle between those two. I hope that's the battle that we get.
Oh yeah. All right, and then let's move on to the Cup race, the big Southern 500 on Sunday evening. And guys, there was a lot of issues with playoff drivers throughout this race, and it started off real early for Alex Bowman. Had a tire go down, hitting the wall, and then William Byron coming in, sideswiping him, going full speed. Just that sucks for these guys who kind of need something right now after kind of like a dull summer that they had.
It's crazy. Hendrick Motorsports has been the best team all year long, and then two of their drivers early having issues. Could be on the outside looking in. Like, it's crazy to see. Alex Bowman was a guy who I thought could have done good things here at Darlington. He ran really well here last year. Once he came back from the COVID.
Yeah, he finished second to Kevin Harvick.
Finished second, so this was probably a race he was looking to do very well in, and it just didn't work out. Really bad day for Hendrick Motorsports. We'll talk about some other driver issues later, I'm sure. But yeah, tough day for what was arguably the most dominant team all season long up to this point.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really worried about Hendrick Motorsports. I think they'll be just fine. And that's why they got the playoff points for, it could be worse for Alex Bowman. He's only out by a tie. But of course, if they were to end right now, it would go to Tyler Reddick because he had the better finish, obviously. Yeah. But again, I know we'll probably talk about this later, but I really wouldn't panic if I were a Hendrick Motorsports driver that had trouble yesterday.
When we're going to a track next week where Alex Bowman won earlier this year, Richmond.
Right.
So these guys, they got some good tracks coming up for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, and then the next playoff driver to have problems is Michael McDowell. Guys, we know he needs everything that he can get to advance to the next round, which seems like impossible for him. And then this happens. It really digs him into a deep hole that I really don't think that he's going to be able to crawl out of.
Well, I don't know about that. He dug himself a hole, but look at how we're going to talk about this more and more, but look at how many playoff drivers had issues. Michael McDowell's only 21 points below the cut line right now. Yep. Yeah, and he actually, before that spin, he was on a strategy that could have proved to work out in the long run. He took those tires early. He was looking good. He was running in the top 10, fell back a little bit, and then he spun himself out, dug himself a hole. I don't think he's going to make it to the next round, but it's not impossible because look at how many people had problems here. All it's going to take is more problems at Richmond. I really do think he's going to struggle at Richmond. But then we're going to Bristol. Michael McDowell runs really well at Bristol, so he's only 21 points out. Never say never, but yeah, I still don't think. Let's not shoo him in for the next round here by any means.
Yeah.
But it ain't over for him yet.
Well, spoiler alert, for those of you that don't know, if you don't know who the first four are right now, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, William Byron. If you're a fan of those drivers, I wouldn't be I wouldn't get panicked yet. But for Michael McDowell, your season's over. I'm sorry.
I mean, we're going to a track where Kyle Busch is really good at. He has 5 wins total at Richmond. Really freaking good at that track. And then, like you said, Nick, Bowman won there in the spring. Byron, I feel like he's good at every kind of track. We've seen him excel.
He'll be good enough to outrun Michael McDowell on the next 2 races. He's good enough where he can get solid a top 10, top 12 finish, which is really what you need here in this round of 16.
Yeah.
But then, Michael McDowell. Yeah, never say never, but he's going to need what happened at Darlington to happen at Richmond again next week, and he's going to need that to happen at Bristol as well. And he's going to have to run top 12 at both of those racetracks, but I just don't see that happening at Richmond at all. I think he's going to really struggle there.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And then, guys, 2 weeks in a row, more issues with Rick Ware racing cars wrecking into each other. And it's at this point, they're sick of wrecking everyone else in the field. They just want to wreck each other. It's just bumper cars for Rick Ware Racing.
Just disband your freaking race team. Okay, look, I understand a lot of people are saying, they give people money, they give people jobs and employees. I mean, I understand that, but you throw away all your money by wrecking race cars. So
yeah. He's probably spending more money on freaking wrecked race cars every week than you are freaking building them.
Either they rob banks or they sell really good dope. I don't know, but
yeah. No, Rick Ware Racing's just a big cocaine front.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how they get away with it all.
Well, hopefully what ends up happening is the goal, the rumor is they're going to get rid of at least 2 of their starters, which will be great. And they're going to have 2, fingers crossed, they're going to still have 2. They're saying that they're going to get rid of 2 of their charters and they're going to have 2 competitive race cars on the track next year.
Competitive? What do you mean by competitive?
Competitive for them is anywhere from 29th to however many to 30.
So they'll be competing with Spire Motorsports for 27th place.
Hey, that'll be a step up from wrecking each other every single week.
Really
looking to see what this progress is going to be for this organization next year. I'm just such a big Cody Ware fan, and I love James Davison. So.
No, it's all about James Davison for me, man. the Chicago Street Course winner, man. What a goat.
Yeah. Who could forget about the ultimate goat of Joey Gay?
Who could forget about the ultimate goat of Timmy Hill winning the Texas iRacing race, man?
Hey, he don't drive for Rick Ware. He drives for MBM. He's got his own team.
Yeah.
we don't. I don't take any Timmy Hill.
I don't know. I guess I'm just more talking about just like dumbass drivers from this week with his amazing restart in the Xfinity Series race that he had.
Just. Rick Ware Racing and Vanderbilt both just need to disband their programs.
No kidding. All right, guys, so let's move on with the Cup race. Denny Hamlin went on to win stage 1 of the Southern 500. We already know Denny, he is just amazing at Darlington. Helps him out with the start of the playoffs with getting that playoff point. And then Kyle Busch apparently just runs like shit all the time, takes himself out, goes down onto Austin Dillon, spins himself out, has himself a little hissy fit, drives through the cones of the garage entrance, and almost kills a couple people.
Yep.
Dalton,
you can
what's going on with your boy?
You can add attempted murder onto Kyle Busch's resume for sure.
All right. I'll be 100% honest here, and I'll try to be as unbiased as possible for you. Yeah, I mean, Kyle took the words right out of my mouth, basically. When you run like shit, that's what happens. You're not supposed to be running back there with the Austin Dillons and the Corey LaJoys and the Michael McDowells and shit like that. So that's very disappointing. Yeah, and he was talking about, how he's done with the simulator. Yeah, bring practice back and qualifying too, because I'm just going to say it. If there's going to be qualifying and practice for the championship race, and there's no excuse to not have practice and qualifying for the whole playoffs. You know,
If it
just
makes you
doesn't
feel better, Bob Pockris did say that all events should have practice and qualifying next year.
We just got to get through 9 more weeks of this bullshit.
Well, still though, I mean, Arca's doing it, Formula One's doing it, IndyCar's doing it. I mean, COVID is not going away. Okay, I hope everybody understands that.
It's just for this year. They already set the budgets for the team, so they can't really go back on that because now guys they don't have to make like a backup car for the races.
Well, I guess I understand. I'm just tired of hearing the cost-cutting excuses and stuff like that. But
me too.
But anyway, it was Kyle Busch's fault. At first, I thought it was Austin Dillon's, but after watching the replay and hearing Kyle admitted that it was his fault, I'm like, okay, never mind. So
then right after that, you deleted your Austin Dillon tweet.
Yeah, I apologize to Austin Dillon, but still, this is the first race of the playoffs, and you're not supposed to be running like that. You're not supposed to prepare a tight race car like that. I'm getting sick and tired of the pit crew giving Kyle a tight race car because he always struggles with a tight race car. It has to be loose. That's the way he likes it. He likes to drive it. So you got to stop bringing tight race cars to the racetrack and prepare better. It's just unacceptable. And, of course, the garage entry, we're probably going to talk about that Indians pit stop because of some news that happened in regards to that. You just can't do stupid shit like that either. I will admit that was kind of messed up. Because you're lucky to be out by 2 points, okay? And the last thing you need to do is make the situation worse. You're lucky. We're very lucky that we didn't get a point dock. Because I'm telling you right now, if we would have got docked some points, I'd be really pissed off at Kyle Busch. I'd be very disappointed. But yeah, I'm not gonna defend that at all. I mean, that was kind of messed up. You can't make the situation worse. You have to calm down. Go to Richmond next week. Your 2 best racetracks and do better.
Exactly.
That gave me some shades of 2011, the Texas weekend where he took out Hornaday, and that was some old. I was getting some old Rowdy flashbacks right there. I was like, oh boy.
So funny story.
He's at it again.
So funny story. I actually didn't think Kyle was going to get suspended that weekend, but I forgot he was on probation for wrecking Elliott Sadler at Bristol, which I was at. And funny story. I met Elliott Sadler the very next day after that happened.
No way.
I seriously did. And Dad actually warned Elliott Sadler that I was a Kyle Busch fan. And he immediately goes, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Dude, I really thought that there were people talking that Mars and M&M were going to pull a sponsorship after that Texas incident because
that's when I realized he messed up because
that was when shit could have hit the fan real bad right there because that's what people were talking about. This is my first year watching the sport, so I didn't really know that much yet. But yeah, that was the big talk is that they parked him for the weekend, but they could have very easily pulled the sponsorship. But yeah, back to the whole Richmond thing. Yeah, he's very lucky that he only got fined money and that he didn't get like a 50-point dock because he's must-win situation right there. You're not coming back from that, so he's very lucky. But yeah, that just reminded me of some old vintage Rowdy coming back out to play.
No doubt. All right, guys. So after that, Kyle Larson, he went on to win stage 2, just looking very dominant throughout that whole stage. And then more playoff implications. William Byron, he already had trouble earlier getting into his teammate, Alex Bowman. William Byron had a tire go down and goes full speed into the wall. Ooh, what a rough hit that he had there, ending his day.
Thank God for safer barrier.
Yep. Yeah, thank God for the safer barrier. So ended up behind the wall. Another Hendrick car gone out of this race.
And that was a shame because he was coming back.
Yeah, no, he was. He was looking really good. And then, just the playoffs are just brutal sometimes to these drivers. And this race was really brutal.
See, I did not expect this race to be as crazy as it was. I thought
that's why I love Darlington, man. Just always gives you that old school feel, and just especially this race, man. This was definitely hands down the best race of the season.
It was. It's Darlington 750 horsepower package, tire fall off throttle time. I said it in the group chat earlier. That's just all that stuff right there is a recipe for a badass NASCAR race, and that is what we got.
I mean, I was pissed off that whole race, but there was no denying that was race of the year. And
Hands down.
it's unfortunate that Steve O'Donnell deleted his Twitter last week because now he doesn't have to read the 750 package way to go anymore. So he just wants to focus on the 550 package moving forward. So I guess he's tired.
He's just loving his email chain of the NASCAR fan council. So fuck him.
The fan councils need to get out of here. They're so fake.
All right, guys, and then another Hendrick driver in trouble. Chase Elliott gets major tire rub after going 3 wide with Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace. Chase Elliott ended up in the wall and in the garage, ending his day. Guys, playoff drivers, Hendrick Motorsports, not a great day.
The most dominant organization all season long, and 3 out of the 4 drivers having issues. That just goes to show that these playoffs, anything can happen. Yeah, this is only race 1, and all 3 of those guys who had incidents, they're gonna most likely be fine. But you just never know with these playoffs. So it's just crazy to think that dominant organization, yeah, their 4 cars having issues in race number 1 of the playoffs like that.
Well, you know how I feel about Chase Elliott fans. They're my biggest rivals. But I will say this. I do feel bad for the kid or kids that designed that paint scheme for the Children's Hospital. Because if I was at a Children's Hospital and I designed that paint scheme and it got wrecked, I'd be very upset. So that kind of sucked.
Yeah. But at least something you designed got to be on a race car on national television. So I'd say that's pretty damn cool.
I know, but like I would want it to win. I don't want to see it tore up because I
know what I have to do. I have to get that diecast to end the Michael Waltrip curse of the St. Jude's car.
That might do it. Immediately when you press order the following week, Daniel Hemrick will get a win.
Oh, shit. It was Darlington this time. What, 2 years ago, or was it? It was 2 years ago this time.
Yeah, because that was our Southern 500 preview.
Yeah.
Too hard.
Oh, shit. Yep. That was a good one.
You're a horrible person.
Oh man.
That's why my drivers have bad luck right there, Dalton. That's why bad things happen.
You're a sick bastard.
So yeah, I think I have to buy the Chase Elliott car to end the curse.
There you go.
Like, don't you have a Trevor Bain Children's Hospital diecast?
Yeah, but that one, it's not like it doesn't have like drawings or anything like.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
That's why the Chase Elliott one is perfect.
That's why the Chase Elliott one is perfect because I'm just gonna stop talking right now.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right, and then guys, in a thrilling finish at Darlington, Denny Hamlin able to hold off a very, very, very hard charging Kyle Larson at the end. Kyle Larson, he said it himself. He was making a video game move, gave it everything that he had, put himself in the wall. But guys, when he got into the wall, it seemed like it did not slow him down whatsoever.
It made him faster.
It made him fast. It looked like Denny slowed down.
Well, okay, so yeah, watching that, I was like, all right, yep, we got this win. And then turn 3, I'm like, oh my God, has he got a gas or something? Why is he going so slow? No, it's just Kyle Larson rim riding the shit out of the wall. It's something you straight out see out of a video game. And oh my God, I thought Denny lost the race. If Denny took the low line, like Kyle thought he was going to do, Kyle Larson would have won the fucking race, rim riding the wall the entire time. But that was awesome finish. Happy for Denny, but that was like the Carl Edwards. When Carl Edwards tried to make that move, and even Noah Gragson tried to make a move like that before, the video game style move.
Yeah,
that was such a great finish to such a badass race, man. I'm just happy that the 11 came out on the good side.
Yeah.
Because if he lost that race, oh boy, I would have thrown something at my TV. If he would have lost a race like that, oh, I would have been so mad. But awesome move by Kyle Larson. Oh man, I thought it was going to work out for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seems like Kyle Larson, he's just always part of those last lap exciting finishes. We saw that at Chicagoland with the slide job, and then we see this. He just pushes it to the limits, doing that video game move. Just unbelievable. Kyle Larson, one of the most exciting drivers that we have in this generation right now.
It's insane.
Yep. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to go into Ian's pit stop. A few exciting stories coming out this week. We'll go over all that, but for right now, we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stock Car Spectacle. So we're going to be taking a quick pit stop into Ian's pit stop. Real quick, we did talk about it in the race review, but Kyle Busch, he has been fined $50,000 for, I guess endangering lives as he entered the garage entrance off of Pit Road at Darlington Speedway. I mean, we kind of saw that coming, that he was going to get some kind of penalty. Dalton, you're happy that it's not points, and honestly, $50,000, that's pennies to him.
That's a slap on the wrist to a guy like Kyle Busch. He's very lucky that it's $50,000 instead of 50 points. Well, like I said in the review show, 50 points, losing 50 points, that puts Kyle Busch in a must-win scenario for the rest of the two races in this first round. So they got lucky there.
I mean, I know we already talked about it, but real quick, I mean, I'm not mad about it, honestly, because one, I saw it coming, two, it was messed up, and three, again, just can't make the situation worse. He's lucky it's not a point dog. I'd be really mad at Kyle. So, but I mean, it is what it is. It's what you get when you run like shit. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, guys. And then Beard Motorsports announced that they will be back for the 2022 Daytona 500. We haven't seen them since this past year's Daytona 500. Usually they run all the super speedway races. I was a little worried that they may have folded their team, but it looks like they're coming back full force. They already got their chassis ready and everything for next season. Now they just got to announce a driver. I'm really hoping it's Noah Gragson. He looked really good in the duels and the qualifying as well for this year's Daytona 500. Just got, you got wrecked out during the race. He could have ran the 500, but maybe he'll get another chance.
I think he will be that driver. Brennan Gaughan, I don't think has any desire to hop back in a car, especially this next gen car. So I think this will be a little good practice for Noah Gragson, because who knows what his plans are for 2023. So hop in a cup car if you can. More experience, the better. Although I will say I do not like the design of that car with the number placement and everything. I think it looks a little ugly, but
it's they literally have, as a graphic designer graduate, they literally have plenty of room to move it back a couple inches. Literally all they did was just make the quarter panel logos bigger. I mean, that's literally all they did.
Yeah.
So there was kind of no reason to move the numbers forward. I mean, it depends on the scheme, really. I mean, we saw Austin Dillon's test car. It didn't look
pretty good.
Yeah.
It didn't look bad. I do have a picture of like Eric Jones's Sport Clips car from Bristol in 2017. It was kind of slanted forward too, but that actually didn't look bad. If they would put that number in the exact same spot as that picture, if you ever find it, that'd be perfect. And keep it the same size as well. It won't hurt me too bad. I mean, it is better than moving it back and having the small numbers like they did in the All-Star race, but I don't know. I mean, as a graphic designer, like, just someone hire me. I will make those number places look a lot better. Trust me.
There you go. All right. So, and then we have been hearing through the rumor grapevine for, a few weeks or a month now that NASCAR will be possibly running at the LA Coliseum. Well, now it's looking like it's actually going to be coming to reality. Adam Stern did tweet a few days ago that NASCAR is looking to race there for the Busch Clash, moving it from Daytona to the LA Coliseum. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. LA Coliseum is really historic. Bring it to a market that, we've had racing out there in California with Sonoma Auto Club. I think that'd be really cool to have it there at the LA Coliseum.
I like the idea of bringing it to a market out there. What I don't like is, like we were talking about this before, I think this is going to piss a lot of teams off because they're going to have to haul ass cross country to California for an exhibition race And then they're gonna have to haul ass back, load up, and head down to Florida for the 500. I just think there's other venues that they could have done this at if they were looking to do something like that. Like a Bowman Gray, I think would have been a great idea. Doesn't have that many stands. They're gonna do it for the stands. They're gonna do it for the market. It's different. I'll give them that. It's wacky for an exhibition race, but I just think the whole feel of it's gonna feel really weird not having the Busch Clash at Daytona to kick off Speed Week. So I think that's gonna be weird. And I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense sending all the teams out there and then back for the 500. But it's a wacky idea for an exhibition race, so we'll just have to really see how it all goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I like what they're doing with it. I mean, they're switching up the Busch Clash now. I mean, we're doing the Daytona Road Course, and now we're gonna switch it up and go to the LA Coliseum, real short track. That would be cool. Then maybe next year we'll go somewhere else, and maybe next year we'll also have the LA Coliseum as a points paying race. So we'll see how it goes.
So it's amazing how much the sport's going to change next year. There's just going to be so much more different stuff next series and that we're not really prepared for. There are pros and cons to this move. The pros are, okay, well, I don't know when exactly they're going to do it, but obviously the Super Bowl is going to be at LA this year. I guess they're going to bring like people who are probably going to go to the Super Bowl down to that Coliseum just to watch some NASCAR, I guess. I'd rather than not do it during Super Bowl weekend. Maybe the week before or maybe a day after would be fine. You just don't need to be competing with the Super Bowl ever. But there's a lot of cons. I just have so much questions to this. How are you going to make it work? Like, what's the plan? Are they going to put dirt on? Is it going to be a dirt race? Are they going to put concrete? Like,
they're probably gonna put like concrete, just pave it and make it look like how it is with Bowman Gray.
It's just gonna look wacky, man. It's just gonna look really weird, and it's just not gonna the legitimacy of it. It's just not gonna feel real.
I mean, if anything, just look at pictures of Soldier Field when they race there.
Well, that was dirt.
That's how it's gonna look like.
That was dirt, though. Are they gonna do dirt? Are they gonna put concrete?
It's probably gonna be pavement.
I can't really criticize this because I do have a lot of questions. I want to wait and see how they're going to make that work, like how they're going to do it first, and then I'll talk about it. But yeah, I just want to know how they're going to make that work pretty much. But it is cool that they're bringing it down there for the marketing, I guess. NASCAR's just trying to grow in LA. You know, they're going to make California or Auto Club Speedway a short track after next year to provide better racing, I guess. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens when I get more details on this. Hopefully they'll announce it here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll take another short break, but when we come back, we'll be going into our Richmond preview and be picking our drivers who are going to win this weekend in Virginia. So, guys, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Stock Car Spectacle. We're going to be going over our Richmond preview. Truck Series is off this weekend, but we got the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series both racing at Richmond in Virginia. So first off, we got the Xfinity Series on Saturday afternoon. We got the Go Bowling 250, 187-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 are 75 laps each. And the final stage is 100 for a total of 250 laps. Last year's winner was Justin Allgaier, sweeping the weekend with both Xfinity races. Most team wins here is Joe Gibbs Racing. They got 5 wins in this race. Most manufacturer wins is Chevy with 15 wins. Some notables in this race. We got Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming back into the Xfinity Series, going to be driving the 8 car for his own team, Junior Motorsports. Since Dale Jr. will be in that 8 car, that will move Sam Mayer over to the 99 for BJ McLeod Motorsports. And then, guys, Ty Gibbs will be back in that 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Dalton Good, who do you have to win the Xfinity Series race Saturday afternoon in Richmond?
I'm going to go with the guy you just mentioned, Justin Allgaier, who won both Richmond races last year. I completely forgot about that. I guess I didn't watch him. Oh, yeah, I remember I was car shopping because apparently today's the anniversary I wrecked my car last year. So.
Yay!
Darn.
Good job, Logano.
Sorry. Yeah, just pro tip for everybody. Make sure you look at the green yielding light closely in case the sun is bright. Just because that's what I thought. I thought that green arrow light was on, because of the sun, but it wasn't. I just pulled out right in front of somebody, which sucks. But luckily nobody got hurt. But yeah, just pay attention. Don't be a Dalton Good. But yeah, I'm going to go with Justin Allgaier, who won both Richmond races last year. Looks like I'm reading his stats right here. He's got quite a bit of top fives at this racetrack, so I think he's due for another win. So just give me that 7 Brandt Chevy Camaro.
All right, not bad. Nicholas, who you got?
Well, I'm going with the guy who's making his return to the Xfinity Series this week. I'm going with old Dale Earnhardt Jr. This track in the Xfinity Series for Dale Jr. has been super kind to him. He's gone to victory lane 4 times here in the Xfinity Series, most recently being in 2016. And the last time Dale Jr. made a start here at Richmond in the Xfinity Series was 2018. He led some laps. Looked like he was going to go for the win. Wound up finishing 4th. So this is a very good track for Dale. Dale loves racing here. So yeah, give me Dale Earnhardt Jr. Return to the Xfinity Series, get a win, and the crowd will go nuts.
Exactly. On the 20th anniversary of 9/11 too. That would be incredible.
Yes, sir.
All right. So for my pick for the Xfinity Series, I got to go with the young hotshot of Ty Gibbs. It seems like almost every race that he enters into the Xfinity Series, he is up there running for the lead, trying to get that win. Something might get in his way, but this guy has been looking hot all year, every time that he has entered into that 54 car. So I'm going with Ty Gibbs.
My boy, let's go.
All right, and then let's move on to the Cup Series race. This will be Saturday night, the Federated Auto Parts 300-mile race. Stage 1 is 80 laps. Stage 2 is 155 laps, and the final stage is 165 for a total of 400 laps. Most recent winners here, we had Alex Bowman in the spring, and we had Brad Keselowski last fall. Most current driver wins in this race in the fall is Denny Hamlin with 3 wins. Most team wins here in this race is Joe Gibbs Racing with 7 wins, and most manufacturer wins in this race is Chevrolet with 17 wins.
Whoa.
So guys, who is your pick to win Saturday night? Nick, who you got?
I'm going with the man who won the last Richmond race here. I'm going with the 48 car of Alex Bowman. Last time we were here, he passed Denny Hamlin on that final restart, and he looks good here. Last year he finished 9th and he won, and Alex Bowman had a shit week in Darlington last week. He's currently he's on that bubble line of getting in and being eliminated. So what better way to avoid all of that than going to victory lane? So I'm going to take the 48 car to get his 4th win of the year.
All right, not bad. Dalton, who you got for Sunday or Saturday night?
All right. I'm going to go with last week's winner, Denny Hamlin, because I'm warning you. I caught the show live, recorded. Denny Hamlin about to go on a 2011 Tony Stewart playoff run. Mark them freaking words down.
I would love
right
to
now.
see that.
Mark
I would love to see that.
Mark them. It's going to happen. Denny Hamlin's pretty good at this racetrack, pretty much his hometown track, like Martinsville. He knows how to get around here. So, yeah, I think Denny will deliver again this Saturday night.
I'm all for it.
All right, not bad. All right, guys, so for my pick for Saturday night for the Cup race, I'm going to have to go with the 18 car of Kyle Busch.
Please.
Pretty damn good here at Richmond. He has 6 wins. He has 18 top 5s and 24 top 10s. No DNFs here, actually. It's pretty crazy.
I swear if you jinx that, I swear.
Look, listen to these stats. He has completed 12,428 laps out of 12,429 laps. He has only missed one lap out of how many starts is this? I don't know, but that's pretty damn impressive.
That's insane.
If you jinx it, I might have to murder you at West Virginia.
Blows an engine lap 1.
Wow.
Blows an engine lap 1.
Don't! We don't need that. We've had enough already.
Oh man, that would be insane. Blows an engine lap 1 and then Dalton shitting bricks going into Bristol next week.
I might die of a panic attack if we go to Bristol in a must-win situation.
At 31 starts, and this guy has completed 100% of his lap. Only missed one lap.
I think I know what race that was. That was 2013, I believe, in the spring.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I am correct there. So we need it bad. We're out by 2 points. We don't need to be out by more. Bristol's always sometimes hit or miss. I mean, I know he's good at Bristol too, but like there are Bristol races where Kyle struggles there too, has mechanical failures. I remember the dark days from 2014 to 2017. He had mechanical failure after mechanical failure after mechanical failure. So the last thing we need to do is go to Bristol in a must-win situation. So, I mean, he hasn't really won at Richmond lately, but I mean, still he does run good there. But we got to have a good race, no doubt about that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, that will about do it for our show. You boys got anything else to add before we wrap up here?
Well, most of us will probably won't be watching the race this weekend. We're all college football in this weekend. You boys are going to West Virginia. I'm going to Tennessee. I'm going to Neyland Stadium. I will be back for the race though, so I will be able to watch. I don't think you guys will either, but
nope.
Yeah. I'm just excited to finally get out of COVID jail tomorrow, hopefully, after I test negative, hopefully. It's been 2 weeks, so I think I will. But, yeah, I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for Richmond, too. NFL's back as well, so I'm ready for another fun weekend of sports.
Yeah, I don't know what universe we're going to be in by the time the green flag drops for Richmond on Saturday night. So we'll have to go to live check-in and see how we're doing before that.
Yeah, right. No kidding. I'm excited to tear up Morgantown this week.
Oh, man.
Burning couches, huh?
Morgantown ain't ready for us. That's all.
Oh, hell no.
She thinks she is, but she ain't.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning into the Stock Car Spectacle. Again, thanks to our special guest, Dalton Good, for coming on the show. Buddy, it's always a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, I appreciate you feeling it. Let me come in for Mike, who's always slacking. Mike, where you at, man? Like, is he busy at work or what? Or is he just lazy? I don't know. But Mike, I'm gonna have to replace you. You don't start showing up. But yeah, thanks again. I mean, I'm in COVID jail. I got nothing else to do, so I need something because I'm losing my mind. Can't go anywhere, but need somebody to talk to. So thanks for having me on again tonight.
Of course, brother. Guys, make sure to follow Dalton on Twitter and Instagram. We will have the links below for you. Make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications every time that we upload new content. Again, make sure to check out our merchandise out on Spreadshirt.com, all designed by Dalton Good, the man himself. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Stock Car Spectacle just made a TikTok, so go along and follow that as well. Make sure to tune into the Gamblers Picks this week. Mike Gamble just got another pick right this past week with picking Denny Hamlin. So if you guys aren't listening to him for your sports betting purposes, then I don't know what the hell you're doing, because he's going to be making you some money. There's a reason why his last name is Gamble, that's for sure. And yeah, that will do it for us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
And we'll see you guys next time.